What's up, my people? Hope you're all doing well. Feel like I talk a lot about, yo, do this right, or do this right, or this is how you catch a winning trade. Of course, we're all human. We all take losses. I took a loss last week, and I want to break it down for you so you don't make the same mistakes I did. Now, the key thing is you're always going to make mistakes, right? If everyone had a 100% win rate, you'd be a trillionaire. It's just important to not overanalyze them, see what you could potentially have done differently. Because once you backtested enough and you know your strategy works, then sweet, it's just evaluating the execution of the strategy, not changing the strategy. So on the higher time frame, you can see we had a break of structure, giving this as my protected high. So technically this is a change of character to the upside. But what do we always look for to avoid being a fake change of character? We look for areas above. Areas above our protected high, we have this area of supply that is completely unmitigated. You can see price has not tapped into this area at all yet. So instead of this being a protected high, this can actually be liquidity, okay, that is generated here. A lot of people have their stop loss here. We sweep that, we come into this unmitigated area of supply, and then we push lower. Or it could be a real break of structure, a real change of character, sorry. We tap into here and we continue higher. The general rule of thumb is as long as this supply above our protected high is still valid, I should only be looking for shorts according to my higher time frame bias and structure. If we break above, then I should be looking for a long. Anyways, on the 1 minute time frame now, I was looking for a long because I can see higher highs, higher lows, but I should have paid more attention to, like I said, this valid 15-minute POI where we can get a big rejection from. We have a zone here. We could just rip through this zone, and I'll know because the 1 minute structure will stay bullish. If the 1 minute shifts bearish underneath this low, then that tells me that, yo, this 15-minute structure is working, and I should look for a sell back down towards this low here. This is the lower high. That's going to give us a lower low. But as long as we're still bullish on the lower time frame, there's no reason to trade this rejection yet. So ignoring this for now, I was looking for a long in this bullish 1 minute zone. We had our 1, we had our 2, we had our 3, we had our 4, we had our 5. I was simply looking for our 6. What is this 6? Let me just delete this 15-minute supply for now. It's a shift in structure, okay? So as we come down, you can see we're breaking this internal structure to the downside. I need proof price wants to come above this zone. You can see we have this area of supply here. Okay, this SNDR responsible for taking out this low here. And you can see it has a first tap into it, which pushed price lower, validating this as a valid area of supply. So as we came and we swept that first tap, I was thinking, okay, if we're going to reject, we should reject from this SNDR here. As you can see, we did on the lower time frame. We violated this area of supply. So I was thinking, okay, this SNDR, which gave us this low, right? We had a first tap into it as well. So I know it's an SNDR that pushed price lower. We swept that tap. We failed to push price lower. We closed above this. We didn't close above on the lower time frame. We closed above this area of supply. Instead of thinking bearish, now I'm thinking, okay, this is confirmation that now we're going to bounce from this zone and take out this high. Where do I enter? We can see we have a area of demand now formed. So the entry was in here. Stop loss where? Below this low, because I'm anticipating this to be what? The higher low. That's, like I said, is going to give us this higher high. So as we come trade back in, we get tagged in, we get a little push up, and we get violated. So why is that? Again, if you're wrong, it's because you're always against market direction. The first mistake I made, and the biggest mistake that I'm most annoyed with is this. Okay, so we broke structure. Here, this internal structure. I should have not have taken a long. I don't know why, but sometimes, right? We have this bearish SNDR here, responsible for taking this low. Yes, this is now bullish order flow that we're breaking it, but I shouldn't have taken the long until we structurally, okay? Structure comes first. Until then, we're still making lower low, lower high, lower low. When we take the higher high, that's my confirmation to long. I rushed it. There was nothing I mitigated here. It does work a lot of the time, but if it doesn't, that's my fault. I should have waited for a structure break. That's the most important thing to learn from that trade here. And then the second thing is, as we can see, what we're doing on a higher time frame, we're not bullish until we break above here. And now we've tapped into a POI where we could get a big rejection. I shouldn't have looked for longs. I either should wait for a short confirmation or for price to break above and then be more confident taking this long. If we go to the 1 minute time frame now. So if I knew, or I didn't know, but if I had the bias of, yo, we're tapping into this POI now where we could get a big rejection because the higher time frame is still in a downtrend until we break above here. All right, I'm looking for a close below here as my confirmation. Boom, we get a structural shift to the downside. Was the area responsible? This area here. Now instead, if I took a short in here, all right, stop us above the high and target lower lows. I can target this low there, for example. We'll play that out. See if it gets tagged in. You get tagged in and you smash TP. So the setup will always work. This is the exact setup that we took to the upside and it worked perfectly compared to this zone here, which got wrecked. You can see we broke this, came back into this zone, SNDR responsible and dumped because it's knowing about where the market wants to go. And by using the higher time frame and knowing we're still in the downtrend below here, we've just swept this and now we've got a structural shift. I should only have looked for a long above here and looked for a short. We've tapped into this POI, which I could have caught a beautiful trade. And like I said, the most important thing is not waiting for proper confirmation. It's fine if your bias is wrong. You're not always going to be in the right direction of the market, 100%. But if you don't look for confirmation and you don't get your confirmation, then you're going to stop yourself saving a lot of losses. Because even though if I was on the wrong direction of the market here, if I waited for proper confirmation, I wouldn't have taken this trade. And I would have stopped the potential loss. And then once we got below here, I know we're in short and I could have got a win. But it is what it is, right? We're all humans. We're all going to make mistakes. I just wanted you guys to learn from this so you don't make the same mistakes. And hopefully this can save just one person taking a potential loss. If you do want to see me live stream my trading every day and see exactly how I trade the markets, the link is in the description for my premium Discord. Any questions, anything you want to do a video on, please drop it in the comment section below. Appreciate any subscribes, any likes as always. Thank you for your time and I'll catch you in the next video.